Good day everyone, welcome to the new section of our web development. So in this section we'll be talking about strings in details. Like, what is string? When we started our JavaScript, we did some explanation on types of data types. In our data types we have strings, we have numbers, we have boolean, we have objects, we have an array. So now we want to go deep into strings methods. We have string in details. So in JavaScript, strings are primitive data types that comes with built-in properties and methods for manipulation. So we'll be doing some breakdown on some string properties and methods. So in this case, we'll be starting with .length. What is .length doing? .length and .index. So .length and .index, they are an example of what? They are example of string properties. So how do we do this? Now let's start. We will be starting with creating a variable. We will be creating a variable and I gave it hello world. And in our hello world, now we want to check the length of hello world. Length to check the length of hello world. And note, in strings, in JavaScript rather, string counts white space, unlike our normal HTML syntax or our normal HTML tags that we use. In our normal HTML tags, we can give space in between two words, two letters, and in our normal browser they will still be having it as the normal way they're supposed to be. But in JavaScript aspect, it is not like that. JavaScript counts all white space as a string. It counts white space as strings. It calculates all the white space in our within our string. It calculates it as characters. That's when you will say maybe you are trying to make use of a password and a website, and you are trying to input your password part, and immediately you are typing on space bar. The password will be showing a character. The space bar you are typing will be showing character as a sign of character. That is, it is counting as a character. So if you are using string counts as characters. Even if a string counts space, empty space, white space as characters within your string. Unlike our normal HTML tags that we can give a lot of space, just like something like this. I can decide to just create an H1 here, H1, then give it space before I put my first letter, my first word. I can just give it like this, and if I should go to the browser, I will be having it as this white space won't be showing on the browser. Then let's go live. Let's see what we'll be having. We won't be having this white space on the browser. So unlike our JavaScript, so if you are using our JavaScript and you are using strings counts white space in between our words. Before starting our word and after our word. So if you want to calculate this, the string automatically calculates this white space before hello world and calculates this white space after word. So this is what I'm explaining. Depending it will load. So unlike JavaScript calculates white space within our string. So now we want to check the length of what we are having here, the length of our hello world. Then let me add my JavaScript file to this, then string.js, then let's go live. So can you see it? It is not starting at the middle where we'll start our word, but it is starting from where? It is starting from the start. So that's what strings that's the difference between strings and normal HTML, JavaScript strings and our normal HTML. So now let's go to our console. Let's view the results of what we're having. Can you see it? our first console we're having 13 as what, as strings. This is it, string.jx97. Then let's go back, string 97. So our first console.log we're having what, 13. And what are we having 13? We have this white space as 1, then followed by our H2, E3, L4, second L5, O6, then this space 7, W8, O9, L10, R10, L11, D12, and this white space again 13. So if I should just cancel out this white space, automatically I'll be having my what, I'll be having it back as what, 11. So this 11. So now, so that's that about string properties length. Length is used to calculate the amount of letters you are having within a string, the amount of characters you are having within a string. So we have dot index. So in our JavaScript, dot length counts from what? Counts from 1. But in JavaScript, index counts from 0. Like our normal binary numbers that we do, we usually count from also our binary, converting from so number to so number. We count our numbers from 0. So that's it in JavaScript also. Index counts numbers from 0, while length counts numbers from where? Counts numbers from 1. But index, it counts from 0. That's the difference between index and length. So now we want to check the index of what? Index of O, or index of O. That is, what is the first letter starting our hello word. So in this case, we're having H starting our hello word. Why are we having H as starting our, and why are we having 0 and it's starting from H? Automatically it will start counting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So automatically using index, we're having 10 words, 10 characters within our strings. So now let's see, this H is the starting of our word. H is what is starting our hello word. So in the index of our strings, index 0 of our string, it is H. So now moving on, we have the fifth one. So how do we calculate it? Index of 5. Then we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this white space 5. So that's why we'll be having this white space here. That's 5. So that's our index of 5. So that's how we calculate our what? That's how we calculate our index. We make use of our index and element, index and length. So the difference between index and length is length starts counting from 1, while index starts counting from 0. And if you want to view your index, it has to be name. Then instead of using dot index or dot anything, it has to be what? Square brackets. Then the index of any the position of any index you want to check, either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to anything you're having within your what? Within your string. So if I try putting 11 here or 12, then I should be getting something like undefined. Okay, can you see it's undefined? Undefined. What are undefined? Undefined are foxy values. We have different types of foxy values. I will explain that after our array methods. So they are foxy values. Undefined is a foxy value. So that's about string properties, length and index. So now we'll be moving on. We have string methods. What are string methods? String methods, they are methods. They are methods that are used to manipulate our strings. So we'll be starting with dot uppercase. What is dot uppercase doing? Dot uppercase is helping us to convert our strings. If we have it in lowercase, then convert it to what? Uppercase. So that's what dot uppercase is doing. If we should console.log name dot uppercase now, we're having hello word here before, and we'll do console.log name dot up to uppercase. Then if we want the difference between methods and properties, methods have this bracket after each method that you are calling. Can you see it? Dot length does not have any bracket. Index, we only make use of our square bracket. But in this case, methods make use of what? Make use of parenthesis bracket after each method you are calling. That's why you'll be seeing after all the methods we'll be using here, you'll be seeing a bracket after them. So in that bracket we can do every other thing else we want to do within that bracket, but they must have what? They must have that bracket. Every method must have that bracket. This bracket is very, very essential. So dot to uppercase is used to convert our strings, our character to what? To uppercase letter. So in this case our hello world is in small letters. So when we try checking it on the console, so it has automatically turned to what? Capital letter to uppercase. This is it, dot to uppercase string 14, line 14. So it has converted to what? Uppercase. And we have lowercase. Lowercase is just the opposite of uppercase. It will just convert every other strings that is in uppercase to what? Lowercase within our strings. So that's that. So if we are moving to dot trim now, what is dot trim doing? Dot trim is helping us to trim every white space we are having within before our characters in our string and after the characters in our string. Let's say we have something like this now, and we have something like this. Automatically in JavaScript, all this white space we count. If you are trying to check the length, then let's say we want to check the length now. The length has changed from what we have it, then it has changed. And then can you see it? This is how our what? This is where our hello world is starting from. Can you see it? It's not starting at the beginning of this place anymore. So dot trim has already helped us to trim this white space at the beginning and the white space at the end. So how does dot trim work? If you are familiar with some websites that takes in your what's it called, your Gmail, that even if you are trying to put space, you just maybe by mistake you put space at the end of your gmail.com, then you mistakenly put space at the end of that .com, automatically it will tell you what's it called, Gmail syntax error or invalid email address. So that's it. But with the help of dot trim will just help you take out that white space. It will help you ignore that white space, trim it out. It's not ignoring it, it is trimming it out, taking out that white space. So that's what dot trim method is doing. So now we have dot split. We have what? We have dot split. Dot split now, it is helping us converting our what? Our hello world into arrays. It is converting our hello world into array. So this is it. It will help us convert it into an array. So this is every character you are having within your what? Within our hello world. So how do you want it to convert? This quote, you make use of split with quote. Dot split. Then how do you want it to split? So this one will be giving us just like, can you see it? The difference between this and this will be showing you from the console. So this is the difference between the two. So can you see every character has turned to a string. So this is all the white space we are having, the white space. Then we have this character, automatically it has turned to a string, then comma and turned to an array. So this is it. So can you see it? So the difference between the two is the first one is taking words together. This first one, it will be to take this hello world. Then if you should put maybe I am a boy, then I try giving it, clearing out the white space. So now let's check. It will automatically break this into strings. I am a boy hello world. It will break it into strings. So we will be having it, I am a boy hello world. But in this case, this other one is just splitting it. It's splitting each letter into an array. Each letter will be in an array. It won't be joining every letters together. So the difference is one is having space within the quote, and the other one, the quote is joining together. This is the white space within a quote, and this is the other one, the quote is joining together. So automatically this will just help us do what? Break our words into alphabets, then turn into a what? Turn into an array. So this is it. I, then space, a, m, then space, a, space, then boy, then every other thing we're having. So that's how the two splits work. Split with split quotes and split with join quotes. So this is it. split with split quotes and split with join quotes. So that's the difference between the two split string methods. So now we have dot replace. What does dot replace is doing? Dot replace is also a method. It's a method that does what? That helps us to what? Replace words within our string. So now we want to replace word with universe within our string. I can just, okay, if I'm having word and I just want to change from word to universe without changing it from this place. Maybe in a scenario whereby I'm having a very large file, I'm having a very large JavaScript file, and I don't know where I created this hello word anymore. Then within it, I just want to change the hello word to what? To the word there to what? Universe. Then I can just do what? Const replace. Then the what's it called? The name and the variable name I assigned to this name. Then dot replace method. Then this is the method. And like I said, methods must always have this square this parenthesis bracket at the end of every method you are using. So within the method, I want to replace word, the old character that we're having, and comma, then the new character that you want to add, you want to replace it with. So this is the old character and this is the new character. So if you try checking it now, can you see I am a boy hello universe? It is no longer hello world anymore. So that's that about what? That's that about replace. Dot replace will just help us what? Replace any word we are having between any character we are having within our string. So now we have dot include. Dot include is used to check if word is what? If is used to check if a particular character is within our string. So now we have my replace. So in my replace now, this is my replace here. We don't have word anymore in replace. We've already replaced word with universe. Automatically, if you should check this, and includes usually give us what? Boolean as our result. We get Boolean as our result. It's either it is true or it is false. If it includes word, if my replace include word, it should just tell us true, and if not, it tell us false. Likewise, start with. Does our name start with H? So this one also we check for uppercase and lowercase. Does it start with H? If it starts with H, it should tell us either true or what, or false. So automatically we are getting false here. But why are we getting false? We are getting false because we don't have word within my replace anymore. We are having hello universe and not hello word anymore. So word is not within, is not included in our dot replace. So it is false. And in this case, we are using lowercase h, not uppercase h. So the lowercase h is what we have, is what starts our hello word. So we don't have lowercase h, we don't have uppercase, we only have lowercase h. So automatically it will just check what? It will just tell us false. Since we are not having uppercase h, we are having lowercase h, it will tell us what? False. And this one, index of. What is the index of hello? It will just help us check index of hello. The index of hello is 11. Why? It will come here, check 0 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So the index of hello is what? 11. So automatically, like I said, index is counting from where? It's counting from 0. So that's why we're having 11 as our what? Index of 11. We're having our index of 11. So now we have another one. Okay, we've done dot include, we've done dot trim, we've done dot split. So that's that about our what? That's that. Okay, we can also search within our strings. So searching within our string is making use of index of. So we use index of to search within our strings. And what other string methods do we have? So that's all about string methods. So if we have other string methods, then that should be an assignment. Apart from the string methods listed above, search for other string methods that is not listed within this our file. So search for other string methods and how they are being used. So now that will be the end of our string methods. So now we'll be moving to what? We'll be moving to array methods. Array methods. So how do you know an array? How do you know something is an array? You know by default that any variable assigned to a what? To a square bracket is an array. Any variable assigned to a square bracket, it is a what? It is an array. So that's why we're having names. Let names equals to what? Wale, Sonto, then number, then this is a what? This is a boolean. Like I said when we started our data types, I said our array can take any what? Any data type you are giving to it. It can take number, it can take strings, it can take boolean, it can take objects, it can take array itself. So that's that about our array. So now we created an array of what? An array of names of let names equals to what? Sonto, Wale, Sonto, then we have number 10, then we have a boolean true. Then if you want to count your array also, your array is also counting as what? As index. So now if you want to check the index of our array, we have what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Then how do you access our array elements? We access our array elements using what? Using the array names. What's the array names? Names here. We can change this to anything. Don't get confused. We can change this to anything. It's just a variable name. Then we have the what? Names here. Then a square bracket. That is a square bracket. Then you put any variable, any line you want to check. So automatically we're having Wale, Sonto, 10 and True. So if we should check it, let's check from our terminal. So we are checking from the terminal. So we have this, can you see it? Wale, Sonto, then 10, True. Then this is it. This is it. Automatically we can, this is how we view our array elements if you want to view it one by one. But if you just want to access, you want to have access to all of them, you can just do console.log, then into our what are you logging, then you just put the names of what the variable name you assign to our array, you put it here, then automatically you will be having your what? You will be having your array listed out. So this is the array. If you want to access them one by one, we access them by what? By index. So this is it. Index 0 of names is what? Wale. Index 1 of names is what? Sonto. Index 2 of names is what? 10, and index 3 of names is what? True. So now we can also do what? We can also change our elements, the array in our element. So now I want to change the array number 3. Index array names, index of 3 of our name, index 3 of our names. I want to change it from true to what? To false. So automatically we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 here. So it is true here. Automatically in this place now it is what? It is false. So if you try console.log names now, automatically it will change to what? It will change to false. So this is it here. Our our index of 3 names has changed to what? False. So we have other methods. So we're starting with array methods of push. Array methods of push. Array methods of push. So array method of push, it is used to add elements to an array. Method push, it is used to add elements to our array. So like I said the other in the other strings, any method you are having, don't forget to add your what? To add your parentheses. It is very, very important. So now we have array of what? Array of fonts. So within our array of fonts, we have what? Banana, apple and cherry. So within this now, we want to add our what? We want to add another what? Another orange to it, without coming to this place and doing comma then adding it. We just want to do what? We just want to add it, then by just pushing, whereby I'm having a very large what? I'm having a very large file that I don't want to go back to where I created my array. I just want to just like push something into it directly from where I'm having it. Then I just have to do what? So I just have to do what? I just have to use push. So we use dot push to add elements into our array. We use dot push to add elements into our array. So let's do let push element equals front dot push. Then within our method we did what we want to add orange. Then we add orange. So that's why we're having orange here. Then if we do console.log front, then automatically, okay, we are not supposed to do console.log front. Then let's do console.log pushed element. So but in this case our orange is added already. So we have dot pop. So dot pop just remove the last items on our list of array and return it back. So that's what dot pops do. It removes the last items in our array and return it back. So we have dot pop here. Let pop element equals to what? Pop front dot pop. Then let's make use of our console array.js. Then we want to check which line are we checking for. We want to check for this line 24. Let's check line 24. So we have this. We have banana, apple and cherry. Automatically it has removed what? It has removed the orange that we added. So dot pop removes what? The last item from the array and returns the initial array back. So that's it. Even though we did not add this, we did not add this automatically to it. If we created it within it, and if it is still the last array element we are having, automatically to do what? It will just select, check for the last element we are having on the array and do what? And remove it. So we have this one also. We want to check the index of apple. To check the index of apple, automatically I said our index is starting from 0. Then we just have to do 0, 1. That's why we're having 1 here. So let's check 27. So we're having 1. So 0, 1. Index of apple is what? Is 1. So that's how to check index of any array element you want to check. We have array iteration. So what is array iteration? Just like the way we use our normal loop, we can use our array to we can use our for loop to list out the elements we are having within our array. If you don't want to start doing console.log, maybe the way we are doing it here, console.log 0, 1, 2, 3. If you don't want to do it like that, but we want to do what? We want to loop out the element we are having within our array. We want to loop it out. Then this is how we can go about it. Just our normal for loop syntax. Using for loop, then we do what? Let I equals to 0, I less than or equals to front dot length. What did I say length is starting from? Our length is starting from what? It's starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. So I can just come here and do front less than or equals to 3. So we're having how many elements here? How many fronts? 1, 2, 3. So automatically it will count it as what? As 3. But in this case, since we let our eyes to start from 0, it will just start from 0, 1, 2, then it will just take the 3 as undefined. But using full.length we just check the length of what? The length of our font. Then until our eye is less than the length of our font, then this operation here will stop. So this is it. We're having banana, apple, cherry, then undefined. So this undefined is just like I explained, our what's it called? Is our index is our loop is counting from where it's our array is counting from 0, then 1, 2, 3. So using dot length here, we'll be getting undefined. Like undefined length is counting from where? 1, 2, then 3. Then let's try changing this one to 1. Next we'll be getting the undefined again. So now can you see it? It is starting from where? It's starting from 1 up. It has negate banana. It has negate this banana here. It is starting from apple. So automatically our array counting starts from where? 0. So if you just want to do that, you just have to do, since you know our array start, we just have to do I less than or equals to what? 2. So automatically we know that once our counting gets to what? 2, it will just stop at what? 2, because we only have 0, 1, 2. Then let's do it. So I think we should not see this undefined anymore. Oh, can you see it now? We're having our what? Apple cherry. It's only apple cherry we can see, since we let our counting start from I. Our I to start from where? 1. So it will just do what? 1, 2, 1, 2 instead of 0, 1, 2. If I change this one from 0 now, our banana will be included. So we have this also. We have using for of loop. For of loop is also the same thing. So it will just be using for of loop numbers of fonts. Then you just do console.log numbers. So automatically we've assigned these numbers equals to fonts. So it will just iterate out the numbers of fonts, which is banana, apple, and cherry. And we have array for each. Then this array for each, it is used to also log out the types of array we are having. So how this is how we use it. Const for each font equals font dot for each. Then for each is also a what? Is a method. Then within the method you include your font. Then you put our arrow function just to like create it to log out our font. Then console.log font plus gg. Then you console.log font out. This is it. So that's why we are having our banana gg, apple gg, apple gg, then cherry gg. Then we're having undefined also, undefined. So we have array destructuring. How do we mean by destructuring? Destructuring is just like if later you want to just like destructure every element you're having, then I can just do something like let font my array equals to this and that, then equals to font. Then I can just split out everything here. What is font 1, what is font 2, what is font 3, font 1, font 2, font 3, font 4. Then I can assign a value to every font I want to assign a value to. So that's how array destructuring does. So I can just have access to this particular one, this particular one, this particular one, this particular one. Then I can assign a value to it. Then I can just give this, let's say 4. So let's check. Okay, so what we are doing here automatically is we've destructured our array, the one we created at the top. We've destructured it into font 1, font 2, font 3, then font 4. Why do we destructure it into font 1, font 2, font 3, font 4? We only have 3 fonts within our array. We have our what? Our banana, apple, then cherry. So automatically this is it. Font 1, font 2, font 3. Then we added another font, which is font 4. I can just decide to add another font 5, then font 6, then I will assign the value to it. And anytime I view it, it will show on the console what I viewed. So this is the font that we created at the top. We just assigned this array equals to what? This font. Then we can view it. So this is an array of array. This is an array of array. So this will be an assignment that I will explain later. So this will be an assignment. I will explain it later. Then you guys will be able to do it. So this is an assignment. I will skip this. So now we'll be moving to objects. Objects in details. So these are our objects in details. How do you know that something is an object? You know that something is an object by creating it with what? If a variable is being assigned to a what? To a curly brace. So this curly brace here denote that everything here is an object. Like I said also, our object can take objects, array, numbers, boolean, and objects and array itself. It can take every data types we are having. Our object can take it. So we have here dot person. We created const person equals to what? Object. Then within our object, just like our CSS, we have then properties value. Properties what? And we have what? Value. So this is the property. We have the property of name, which is what? Damilola. We have the property of gender, which is female. We have property of age, which is 18. Then we created another array object again. So we gave it a property of what? Address. And within it, it is also having its own property of state, city, then home address, and so on. So now, how do you access your array? You can just access this. So how do you access an object? You can just access this object by just doing console.log person, and automatically we'll be seeing every object we are having. Let me view it. So we're having this. Can you see it? Console.log. We can just console.log person, this person here. So we're having everything we're having within person. So can you see it? This person is that person. Okay. So that's person. So that's how we view our objects property. And if you want to, the only property methods our objects have is what? To add, then to update, and to remove. You can just update. Now we want to add surname here within this place here. Now can you say this place does not have a surname? Then we want to add a surname to it. The only thing we just have to do is we just have to do this property, this variable name that we assign to it, then dot any value you want to add, any property you want to add into it, then automatically it will push the property into this place. So if you want to view your property, like you want to view a particular property within your object, you just have to do this variable name you assign to it, then dot the property you want to view. Can you say it? Dot wale dot name. Automatically I should be getting olawale. That's our wale dot name. In this place I did wale dot surname, then I console.log wale again, then I'm having wale. This is it. I pushed amole into this place, I pushed role into this place, and I console.log this object again. Can you see it? Olawale, age, boolean. The boolean was there before, array was there before. My object is showing my object. We have an empty object. So now it has pushed surname there. What was the surname we assigned to it? Amole, then role, instructor. Then so that's our console.log. Then we have the person, this person also. If you want to show the person, this is the person, the one we created at the top, Damilola, female, age 18. So we are viewing this the object. We want to view the whole object. So now we want to just view just a particular person, a particular property within this array now. So we can use person.name. We can use person.name. Then we can also do something like person, then in this square brackets, then what do you want to check for? We want to check for name. Then you put your name in string, then automatically it will bring it out. That's why you are seeing Damilola here. And person.age 18. Then if you're having an object inside an object, just like this one here now, we want to view the object, one of the property within this address. Then you just have to do what? You just have to do person, the variable name, then dot the address, the object within the variable name, that the mother parent object, then whatever property you want to access within it, you want to access it. That's why we're having .set here. So we're having ayobo. So what other thing? So we have to update. I can just do person.course equals to what? Web developer. So automatically web developer should be added into person. So it will be added into person. And if I should do console.log person course, so automatically it will just bring it out that I've added person into web developer. So that's it. So we have array of objects also. We can just create an object inside an array. So this is an example of how you can go about it. Then if you want to view it, then you can just do console.log array of objects. Then don't forget, if you want to access an array, you access it with what? This square bracket. So it automatically, this is the first array, this is the second array, this is the first object, this is the second array. But while counting within an array, this is 0 and this is 1. So 0, they want to access dot name inside 0, so we will be accessing Wally. So that's why we are having Wally here. So that's that about object, array and strings. So see you in the next video.